Boom, welcome back to the Simba the Speaker channel. I am Simba the Speaker, your cleaning guide to cleaning business success. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. We drop videos every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Now, if you are a returning user to this channel, I want to say thank you for being here and thank you for your constant support as well. Now, for returning users and new users, I do advise that you do excuse me, I do advise that you do watch a lot of my old videos as well. A lot of my videos actually stack upon one another because the information within the old videos kind of helps you understand some of the new concepts that we do talk about as well. So definitely go ahead and watch those videos. Now at the end of this video, if you felt like you got value from this video or you felt the effort I put in to give you some value, hit that thumbs up, please, and thank you. Hit that like button. That would mean so much to me. At the details of this video, there are two important links that I want you to pay attention to. The first link is our school community link where you can join our free community on how to start, automate, and scale your remote cleaning business. As well, maybe if you're looking to start your remote cleaning business, man, I need some water. If you're looking to start your remote cleaning business, let's say that you wanted to put the money into your child's college fund, and let's say you wanted to pay down some debt or take your family on a family vacation once or twice a year, right? Starting a remote cleaning business would be perfect, and you can start a remote cleaning business and still have a 9 to 5, or even if you want to go from the 9 to 5 and actually transition over fully to entrepreneurship or full-time entrepreneurship, that is something that you can do. So if you are looking to do either one, just book the free consultation. It's a free one-on-one. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Now, with that being said, I want to get actually into the concept of today's video. How to hire your first cleaner. I was supposed to actually cover this bonus tip, but this isn't the bonus tip. I'm going to actually leave it. It's okay. Usually I cover the bonus tip to make you wait to the end, but it's okay. I think there's a lot of value in this video, and so you will not actually have to, sorry guys, you won't actually have to wait to the end of this video to get a bonus tip or to get the value from this video. Now, let's get into it. So, when you're getting ready to run your remote cleaning business, right? A lot of times, we'll talk about this. I talked about this in my previous videos, right? You want to actually start because it's less of a headache with independent contractors, right? It's definitely less of a headache to start with independent contractors. They have their own insurance, they have their own cleaning supplies, usually they have their own training and they know how to clean already. If you want to go the W-2 route, then you can, but we usually promote the subcontractor route. So when I say how to hire your first cleaner, this is really more so how do you find your first independent contractor? Or not technically how do you find, but what to look for in your first independent contractor. What do you look for in your first independent contractor so you have a good independent contractor that you can give out work to. So let's actually start from here. So one, what you want to do is use a simple interview process. You want to have a very simple interview process. And what does that mean? You want to ask, hey, how long have they been cleaning? What experience do they have with deep cleans and move out cleaning? Do they have their own supplies? This is major. You want to make sure that your independent contractor has their own supplies. Are they insured? This is important, right? We talk about in my previous video, once again, like I said, videos stack upon one another. In my previous videos, we talked about having your own insurance, but we also talking about making sure that your independent contractor, your subcontractor, has their own insurance as well. Just general liability insurance will be good. With that being said, you also want to see what days are they available. Yes, what days are they available? So when you ask those questions, these are a lot of and you can add on other questions if you would like to, right? Let's say there's some questions that you would like to personally ask. There's nothing wrong with that. Excuse me, but these are very important questions that you're going to want to make sure gets answered, right? You don't want to make sure these questions get answered here. What days are they available? Do they have their own supplies? Very important. Are they insured? Very important. Do they have experience? How long have they been cleaning? These are all very important questions, right? And this is something I wanted to add here for remote companies, especially because we're not necessarily watching the cleaners, right? Because we don't have like a warehouse or whatever, and we're not doing W-2 responsiveness. How quickly do they reply? This is going to be important for a couple reasons. One, if you're working with a certain contractor, you need to get a job done quick. This is definitely going to be important. How quick do they reply to your text? Two, if something goes wrong and you need to get in contact with them immediately, how quick do they reply? Because the longer they take to reply, the longer it may take to get the solution to whatever problem is going on. So you want to make sure that we are, at least having what I like to call just a simple interview process, just getting the most important information that we need to get. Always do a trial cleaning. Number two, always do a trial cleaning. You never assign a major client just out the gate, or just the first client you give them is a major client. Start with a smaller job, a low risk property, and have a clear checklist. Also, if you don't want to give them to a client, right, there are many different ways you could do it. You could do it where that you have them clean your property. You have them clean a friend's property, a family's property, church, colleagues, work. There's so many different people in your circle that you can have or you can use for a trial clean. Because I would say this, even if the clean is not up to your standards or your expectation, that is still a free cleaning that you can give somebody, right? And so when you're doing a trial cleaning, especially if you don't know how the cleaner is or how the independent contractor cleans, I personally wouldn't charge somebody, and I would do it with someone that you are familiar with, so that if things don't go right, you're not just about to get a bad review, right? They understand that it's a test cleaning, that you're not charging them, and you just want to see the quality of the cleaning. Things could go right, things will more than likely go right, but things could go bad in terms of the quality of the cleaning. And so when you're doing these test cleaning, I usually like to do my test cleanings with friends and family, because I know if something goes right, they'll just let me know. Hey, they try to steal me as a client. Hey, they were late. Hey, they didn't use the right supplies. I don't have to worry about that going on like my Google business profile as a review. I know that they'll just simply be able to communicate with me. So you want to start off with a test cleaning, preferably if you could do a family for a friend. If not, just give them a smaller job. If you have like one that comes in, or like a small reoccurring, right? Nothing too. I wouldn't even start with a reoccurring, but nothing too crazy at all. Something very small. And then what you want to do when you do a test cleaning is evaluate the attention to detail, the speed, professionalism, and get some before and after pictures. So when you do that test, that's why I like to do it with family and friends, because one, if it's a family and friend, I can go to the property myself and evaluate all of this. But two, I can get very, 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 very honest feedback from a family or friend without making sure it doesn't go into my Google or my business profile. So you want to make sure that you're evaluating these things to make sure that the cleaner is paying attention to details, that they're cleaning in a very efficient speed, right? It's not about just doing whatever you can, getting in, getting out, and cleaning fast, so that the cleaning is still not good, but that they get out quick, right? When we want speed in terms of efficiency. We want speed, but the cleaning still needs to live up to our standards when it comes to what the standard is at your cleaning company, right? And they need to be professional. Customer service, punctuality. You need to make sure that they're being professional at all times. Get some before and after photos, right? And that's something you can get for the cleaners. Even though you're gonna go to your friends and family property and check it out yourself, try to get some before and after pictures. See how they take their before and after pictures. See if they even do take the before and after pictures like you instruct them to do. And now, the third one here is give clear expectations. Most hiring issues happen because expectations weren't clear. I agree. Remember, cleaning is a little different for everybody. So when you are working with an independent contractor or working with a subcontractor, you have to make sure that the expectations are clear. You got to make sure that we're setting clear expectations. Cleaning checklist, photo requirements, arrival time standards, dress code, communication rules, right? Clarity prevents conflict. If we are not being clear and concise and very well, and just giving a clear expectation, right? We're not being clear and concise and giving clear expectations. What tends to happen is things fall through the cracks. Cleaners drop the ball, and as much as we want to sit there and blame them, we also have to be willing to take accountability and blame us for not having that clear expectation. And so what you want to do as part of getting your first contract is that before you honestly, before you even give them this, right, before you do the trial cleaning, I should have actually switched it. Excuse me. But before you do the trial cleaning, what you want to do, before you do the trial cleaning, what you want to do is actually give a clear expectation of the way you guys do things at your company, and then from there do the trial cleaning to see if they will abide by the clear expectations that you have given them, and then from there you'll see if it's worth working with them. And then just to add the bonus tip, I was supposed to cover the bonus tip, but that is no problem at all. Hire for reliability over skill. Cleaning can be trained. Now, let me clear some things up. When we're working with independent contractors, they should already come with experience. They should already come with experience. This is not W-2. We're not looking to train anybody. They should already be trained. But this is a very important thing that I want to put out there. Cleaning can be trained. Reliability cannot. And if they are not reliable, take it for the vibe, take it for what it is, right? Take it for what it is. If they're showing you they're not reliable, don't come up with a bunch of excuses on why we should keep them, right? If they're not reliable, then that can create a plethora of problems. And I don't care how good they clean. If they're not reliable, then they may not show up when I really need them to show up. And how good they clean doesn't matter in a situation like that. So without a doubt, look for if they show up on time, respond quickly, have transportation, good attitude, good communication. You can improve cleaning technique. You can't fix character easily. And the reason I had that, once again, even though we're not working with W-2 and we're working with independent contractors that should already have skilled, good cleaning skills, the point is that it's not necessarily just about the cleaning skills, right? If you are dealing with someone that is not a good person in terms of customer service and professionalism, it doesn't matter how good they're clean, because what's going to happen, they're going to clean good, but you're still going to lose the client because your customer service is off. So with that being said, we want to make sure that we're dealing with cleaners or dealing with independent contractors that have punctual, have good punctuality. They respond quickly, good communication. They respond in a nick of time. I have the transportation to get there. You don't want a cleaner that's always waiting for an Uber or always waiting for a relative to take them there, and then now they're there at the property. Even when they're done, they're just staying there because now they're waiting for a relative to pick them up, and that makes the client uncomfortable, right? You want them to have a good attitude. There are certain things that they need to have apart from cleaning. We can find somebody that's good at cleaning. There's a plethora of people that are good at cleaning, but what we want are the people that are reliable. There's more good cleaners than there are reliable cleaners, and we are looking for the reliable cleaners. So with that being said, this is how you hire your first cleaner. This is how you get your first independent contractor. I'm gonna probably make a video on where you can actually. If you look at my previous videos, I've made a video about where you can find independent contractors. Maybe I'll do another one as well, but this is important. And so what I always say is I leave these things up here because I want you guys to, study it, read it, and then write it down. Statistics show that when you write things down, you retain them even better. So I want you to write them down, take a picture, put it in a folder, right? And just have this on hand so you know when it's time to get your first independent contractors, you have the information that we have talked about here. Now, with that being said, once again, I appreciate you guys for being here. If you got value from the video, you felt the effort I put in to give you some value, just give me a thumbs up. That would mean the world. Comment below if you have any questions you would like to comment. In general, once again, the details of this video. If you like this, you're like, you know what I can do? I can find an independent contractor. I can build a remote cleaning business. But maybe you just need a little bit of a sense of direction. Book a free consultation. There's no reason you shouldn't book a free consultation when you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Right? So book a free consultation. Hit the bell notification. We drop videos every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. And once again, I will just see you guys on the next video. Peace.